The Canadian Card Collector here, and welcome back to day 210 of your daily deck review. In the deck that we're taking a look at today is the Bicycle Street Art playing cards. So, with no further ado, take a look and see what we get. Here we have the Bicycle Street Art playing cards. If it will even focus in the standard glossy finish tuck box. As you can see, it's like a pink colorway for the tuck box. I guess it's a pink and white colorway for the tuck box. It says Bicycle gumming since 1885, and then you got playing cards, and you got the big spade there, with like some kind of little creature there, with a giant eyeball riding the bicycle. On the side it says "Come to Chew," and it says, I'm not even going to try to pronounce that, .com, like a website there, you got a little eyeball there. Other side says Air Cruiser, wow, this is way out of focus. The side says Air Cruiser Finish, the eyeball once again, and made in the USA. On the bottom, you got some corporate information right there. Got the barcode and a recycling kind of logo thing there. And these are from 2013. These are made in the USA. On the back, you just got a little pink border. And then more of those little creatures there. You can see like more of those little creatures. And you got a little thing there if you want to read that. For the seals, there's a standard United States playing card company black seal with the outlined white spade and the white border around that. On the top, it says standard gum, standard cool. Then you have a little character underneath the seal, but you can only see like the little feet of it. On the inner tuck flap, you got some more corporate information. The two inner tuck flaps, you got the two eyeballs there. Take the cards out of the box. On the inside of the tuck box, it's just plain white. Nothing too crazy going on inside there. Now that we took a look at the tuck box, time to take a look at the cards. First, we'll start with that back design. Here we have a one-way back design with a thick white border going around. And as you can see, you got the big eyeball there in the middle, and you kind of got some kind of purple, like purplish pink, kind of like gum or goo going around there, and kind of some kind of little pattern there. I guess it should be this way, I guess. So I'm not even sure how to describe the pattern. It's some kind of goo or gum or something. And then we'll flip that around for now. And it is a one-way back design, so if you flip the design over, like as you can see, it's upside down. So the design is not in the same direction. So it's a one-way back design. Now we'll just put that back. And now for the cards you get with the deck. Here we have the first Joker, which is one of those kind of like gum kind of creatures. I'll just call it gum because as I mentioned, some little gum or custom creature there with the big eyeball, and then you got the two eyeball in each corner, and then has kind of an eyeball staff or Joker kind of little staff thing, and then you got the Joker hat. And then you got pretty much an second one, same creature there. And then you got the eyeballs there in the corner, just like in a different direction. It's facing towards the left, kind of. So there's your two Jokers. And we got the custom Ace of Spades, where it's similar to that design you've seen on the front of the tuck box, just in like a blue colorway. So you got the blue spade there, with the little creature, the gum creature with the big eye, riding the bicycle. And you got Bicycle 808, and then the United States Playing Card Company made in the USA there, in that like bright blue colorway. And then the rest of the spades are in that bright blue colorway. Then you got those blue creatures, instead of them being pink, you got the blue creatures, and you kind of got like some kind of like splatter or kind of like cobweb kind of goo kind of design throughout the cards. Well, I guess we got the blue creature there, but then these ones are pink, so this deck is just kind of crazy. And you got the pink creatures here, and it got kind of like cobweb kind of like goo kind of design that goes throughout, and then you got a little bit of creatures here and there on some of the cards, but not all of them. And then you got the Jack, Queen, and King of Spades, and these are definitely fully custom core cards, where it's those like kind of gum, kind of goo creatures there, and then they're in that pink colorway. They have the blue eye, and then the spades, and the items that they're holding are blue there. So this is kind of a weirdly custom deck, but still pretty cool at the same time. And it's kind of hard to describe what the creatures are, but you can see them here. They all have like the big spade there in their hand. They all have crowns and stuff on. And like one has a sword, and then the other one has a sword, and that one has like a staff and a magnifying glass. But then we get on to the diamonds, which are pretty like standard kind of diamond design, I guess. But they're in like a dark pinkish purplish colorway. They still have that kind of stringiness, like gum or goo kind of design, and they got the creatures there on some of the cards, but not all of them. So similar design there. You got more of those like goo strands. Some of the cards are probably upside down. And then you got the Jack, Queen, and King of Diamonds, fully custom core cards once again. You got the pink creatures, and this time the diamonds they're holding yellowish gold kind of objects. So the Jack has like a big coin. The Queen has another staff and a ring. And then the King just has a big diamond there and a pointing finger thing. And you got the clubs, which is that light blue colorway once again, just like the spades were. And then you got the fully custom creatures once again for the core cards. And this time they're holding green objects. So like the King of Clubs has a green club, and the club, an actual club, a little wooden club like a bat, and then the green club. And then the Queen has like the staff again, and then a little plant. And then the Jack has like a watering can. And the rest of the clubs are pretty standard clubs, kind of like the rest of the cards with the the goo lines or the gum lines, and the little creatures on some of the cards. And you got lastly the hearts, which is in that like dark pink purplish colorway. And you got the fully custom core cards, Jack, Queen, and King, with those pink creatures, the gum creatures. They're all holding red hearts items there. Like the King has a little cup there, a red cup or chalice, and then the heart. And then the Queen just has a big heart with the staff, and then the King or the Jack has like a little vase or watering something. And then the rest of the hearts are that like purplish pink colorway. And the last two cards in the deck, yeah, you kind of got a little cards. Here we got a little information card. If you want to pause and read that, you can. And then a website at the bottom. So it's kind of like a little ad card, I guess. And then you got a little design here on the back with like the creator's logo. And some more of those pink creatures. Then you got a thanks for chewing little extra card. You got the back. And you got two eyes there in the mid on each corner, and they're actually like an orangish red kind of colorway. You got the little Joker character there, sitting there on the ground. Now that we took a look at the cards, time to test the handling. And this is a bicycle deck, so they should handle pretty fantastic. But you never know, so we always gotta test and make sure. So we'll start with the springs. Oh yeah, these springs feel nice and flexible. Got a nice flex to it. And something just fell off my... No, I thought I dropped a card, but I guess not. Anyway, keep going. So the cards are more on like a thinner side, but there's still a little bit of stiffness to them. To make some great flexible and smooth springs. So the springs feel nice and smooth and easy to spring. No issues with the springs. Now for the fans. As you can see, they spread pretty nice. Not like crazy or nothing, because there is a little bit of like clumpiness. Let's see if I can get a better spring. Better fan. There we go. They do spread better. They're a little bit sticky because a little bit warm in the room that I'm filming this. But they still spread pretty nice. You can see most of the pips and numbers. Now there's a good one. There's no real like clumping. Well, it's a little bit of clumpiness and stickiness just because of the humidity in the room. But other than that, they're still pretty nice and I can say they spread nice and evenly, pretty much. And I guess they're a little bit slippery because they just flew out of my hands. Now we'll get straight on to the Pharaoh. And you can see they Pharaoh nice and evenly, nice and smoothly there. They interlocked away flawlessly. Now for a giant fan of the back design. As I just dropped a few cards. Now on to that reverse Pharaoh. And the reverse Pharaoh was pretty smooth. I had to slightly push them together. But other than that, pretty nice. Now for a giant fan of the faces. Now for the Riffle Shuffle or Bridge Shuffle. Well, they seem pretty smooth based off that first one. And most of the time that when they don't work, it's mostly just user error. Kind of like that, like they didn't interlock together. Well, other than my little bit of user error, the Riffle Shuffles and Bridge Shuffles nice and smooth. Now on to the packet cuts. Well, the packet cuts feel pretty smooth. They don't feel like they're going to slide on my hands too much, but they still maybe a little bit. Because they are cards at the end of the day. And cards are cards, and they will potentially slide out of your hands, and you might drop a few. Just like that. And we'll drop a few. Now onto the one-handed cut, or Shirley cut. And now on to the dribble. The dribbles feel nice and smooth so far. And as always, when I do the dribbles, the cards want to tend to slide out of my hands. But now time for the spread fan. And lastly, spread the cards on the table. Well, I gotta say, overall, one of my more interesting and weird bicycle decks. Because it's like, what even is the design? Like, what is that? Like, you got a giant eyeball there with some kind of goo or gum, some kind of pink swirly design there. And then you got those court cards. I mean, not the court cards, you got the face cards. Which you got the red cards, which is like a dark purplish pink. And you got the black cards, like the clubs and the spades and the clubs. Now, like light blue. I like that light blue colorway. Well, and then you got those fully custom like faces and stuff. The core cards are definitely fully custom, which is like gum kind of creatures with a big eyeball. And overall, I kind of like the design, or how weird it is. So overall, the design is like pretty interesting, but I still like it at the same time. The interesting and weirdness of it makes me like it even more. And then the handle pretty fantastic. It is a bicycle deck. There's a little bit of notice, I can notice a little bit of difference to it, but overall still handles fantastic. Like my fans were a little bit like clumpy back when I first did a few of them. They seem to be decent. I don't know if it's just my deck of cards or just me handling them, but they seem to be still pretty smooth. There's no major clumping or stickiness to them. They're still pretty smooth, and everything handles fantastic. So no issues with the handling, no issues with the design. Fantastic design, pretty great handling. So with that being said, I hope you enjoyed, and this has been day 210 of a daily deck review, and this has been the Bicycle Street Art playing cards, and I'm the Canadian Card Collector. That's the video. Thanks for chewing. See you next time. Bye.